Women 50 plus. 4. Nuts that regrow hair. 4. Quietly causing hair fall. Prepare to be astonished as we reveal a deeply guarded secret that American doctors are closely monitoring in women over 50, a secret that could be either revitalizing your hair or subtly worsening its condition. What if a simple daily snack, like the nuts you're already enjoying, holds the key to restoring your hair's youthful strength and thickness, or conversely, is silently sabotaging your efforts? This is not mere speculation. It's information meticulously researched for us, for women in America and Europe, drawing from prestigious American university studies and backed by significant medical research that directly applies to our concerns. Today, you'll discover 4 incredible nuts that can actively promote hair strength and fullness. But equally important, you'll learn about 4 common nuts that might be working against your results without your knowledge. The final risky nut I'll expose is one that's likely already in your kitchen, and its impact might be more shocking than you can imagine. Before we delve into this vital information, please take a moment to hit that like button and share your age in the comments below. Let's build a powerful community of women supporting each other through these transformative years. Now let's uncover what's truly happening with your hair and how to harness the power of nature to support its vitality. Let's begin with the nuts that offer genuine support for your hair. Our journey starts with number 4 on the list, almonds. You might be surprised to learn that US doctors frequently recommend almonds to women who express concerns about thinning hair. While they may seem like a simple snack, almonds possess a specific component that is incredibly beneficial for your scalp and hair growth. This essential element is called biotin. Don't let the technical term intimidate you. Think of biotin simply as vital nourishment for the cells responsible for growing your hair. As we reach the age of 50 and beyond, our body's ability to absorb nutrients from food can change. Extensive medical research conducted in leading American universities has revealed that many women in our age group may be running low on biotin without even realizing it. Your hair follicles, the tiny structures embedded in your scalp from which each strand of hair emerges, absolutely require sufficient biotin to function optimally. When this nutrient is insufficient, these follicles can slow down their activity or even cease producing strong, healthy hair altogether. What makes almonds so valuable in this regard is their contribution of vitamin E, which acts as a protective shield for your scalp. Visualize your scalp as the fertile soil for your hair. Vitamin E helps maintain that soil in excellent condition, creating the ideal environment for healthy growth. One particular study, frequently referenced by American medical professionals, observed that women who incorporated vitamin E into their diet experienced a noticeable enhancement in hair thickness over a period of several months. You don't need to consume excessive amounts. A modest handful each day, approximately 20 almonds, is what many US nutritionists suggest. Incorporate them by sprinkling them on your morning oatmeal, adding them to your salads for a delightful crunch, or simply keeping a small container in your bag for an afternoon energy boost. The key here is consistency. Because hair grows slowly, you won't witness drastic changes overnight. However, over weeks and months of regular consumption, many women report that their hair feels significantly stronger and is less prone to breakage. But almonds are not the sole nut capable of aiding your hair's well-being. The next nut on our list works through a different mechanism, targeting an issue that doctors commonly observe in American women around our age. Moving on to number 3, we have walnuts. These are particularly noteworthy because they actively address a specific physiological change that many women experience after menopause. You've likely heard of omega-3 fatty acids, often discussed in relation to fish, but walnuts stand out as one of the few nuts that contain these beneficial compounds in substantial quantities. The significance of omega-3s for your hair lies in their ability to combat inflammation. As we age, particularly after hitting the 50-year mark, inflammation can become a more prevalent issue within our bodies, often operating subtly beneath the surface, including on our scalp. When your scalp is inflamed, it's akin to trying to cultivate a garden in unfavorable conditions. everything struggles to thrive. The omega-3s found in walnuts play a crucial role in calming this inflammation. Research originating from American medical centers has indicated that women who regularly include omega-3 rich foods, like walnuts, in their diet often experience improvements not only in the overall health of their hair, but also in the comfort of their scalp, noticing less itching and irritation, thus creating a more conducive environment for growth. Furthermore, walnuts offer another benefit specifically relevant to our hair. They contain copper. While not a mineral that receives frequent attention, copper plays a vital role in preserving the natural color and structural integrity of your hair. It's important to clarify that walnuts won't necessarily prevent gray hair, as this is largely determined by genetics. However, copper does contribute to keeping the hair you have from becoming weak and brittle, thus maintaining its texture and resilience. The quality of your hair, its ability to withstand styling, brushing without snapping, and its overall feel is just as important as its density. Many US doctors recommend consuming around 7 to 10 walnut halves several times a week. You can easily integrate them into your diet by chopping them up and adding them to yogurt, baking them into healthy muffins, or enjoying them plain. Some women find it convenient to keep a small bag in their car for a healthy snack while running errands. The beauty of walnuts lies in their ability to support your hair health from the inside out, addressing issues at the root level that topical treatments often cannot reach. Yet, as beneficial as walnuts are, the next nut on our list possesses an even more profound ability, particularly concerning the type of hair thinning that is most prevalent among women over 50. We now arrive at number 2, and this is where the details become truly compelling. We're talking about Brazil nuts. If you haven't tried them before, you'll notice they are larger than most other nuts, boasting a rich, almost buttery flavor. What makes them so special for hair health is their exceptional concentration of selenium, a mineral that is crucial for thyroid function, and the connection between thyroid health and hair is something most women are unaware of. Your thyroid, a small gland situated in your neck, governs your metabolism, your energy levels, and indeed, your hair growth cycle. Medical research conducted in universities across the United States has established a strong link between thyroid issues and hair loss or thinning, which are remarkably common in women of our age. The critical player here is selenium. Your thyroid gland absolutely depends on this mineral to operate correctly, and Brazil nuts are one of the most potent food sources of selenium available. In fact, consuming just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day can provide your thyroid with the selenium it needs. Here's what happens when your thyroid isn't receiving adequate selenium. It begins to slow down, and consequently, every bodily process it regulates, including the hair growth cycle, also decelerates. This often results in women describing their hair as lacking vitality, appearing dull, or experiencing an excessive amount of shedding. It's precisely why US doctors frequently test thyroid hormone levels when women over 50 present with hair-related complaints, often discovering an underperforming thyroid. It's vital to understand a critical point regarding Brazil nuts. More is not necessarily better. Because they are so exceptionally rich in selenium, consuming too many can actually lead to adverse effects. The FDA recommends adhering to safe intake limits for selenium, which for Brazil nuts translates to a maximum of just 1 to 3 nuts per day. You can enjoy them as a quick snack, finely chop one and sprinkle it over a salad, or even blend one into your morning smoothie. The objective is consistent, moderate consumption. Many women who incorporate Brazil nuts into their routine notice a significant reduction in hair shedding after a few months. This slowing of hair loss is often the initial indicator of positive change. Subsequently, they may observe the emergence of new growth, appearing as fine baby hairs around the hairline or at the crown of the head. This regeneration takes time, as hair grows in cyclical phases. However, the selenium-provided thyroid support establishes the optimal internal conditions for robust hair growth. Yet there is one more nut that can further benefit your hair, and this final recommendation addresses a concern that virtually every woman over 50 encounters but rarely connects to hair health. The number one nut for hair regrowth after 50 is the cashew. If this choice surprises you, please know you are not alone. Cashews often don't receive the recognition they deserve, but they contain a nutrient that your hair desperately needs, especially at this stage of life: zinc. Think of zinc as the diligent construction worker of your body, instrumental in building and repairing tissues, including those of your scalp and hair follicles. As we age, our bodies become less adept at absorbing zinc from the foods we eat, and deficiency is actually more widespread than many women assume. Studies frequently cited by American doctors demonstrate a direct correlation between low zinc levels and hair loss, particularly the type of thinning that occurs uniformly across the scalp rather than in localized patches. Precisely the pattern most commonly observed in American women after menopause. What makes this deficiency particularly deceptive is that it rarely triggers obvious symptoms in its early stages. You might experience a slight increase in fatigue, or perhaps your sense of taste isn't quite as sharp, but nothing that would immediately prompt a concern about your zinc levels. Meanwhile, your hair is silently suffering. Hair follicles require zinc to progress through their natural growth cycle effectively. In its absence, they can become stalled in a resting phase, and resting follicles are incapable of producing new hair. Cashews offer a gentle, natural way to help replenish your body's zinc reserves. A quarter cup of cashews provides a substantial amount of zinc, alongside other beneficial minerals like iron and magnesium, which contribute to overall health. Many US nutritionists advocate for cashews as a component of a balanced dietary approach for women in our age group. You can enjoy them roasted as a satisfying snack, blend them into a creamy sauce for vegetables, or even create cashew butter to spread on apple slices. The naturally creamy texture of cashews makes them incredibly easy to incorporate into meals without feeling like you're forcing yourself to consume something unappealing. Women who add cashews to their regular diet often report that their hair begins to feel thicker and more resilient after several months of consistent intake. The individual hair strands become stronger, leading to a reduction in breakage during brushing or styling. This is significant because, at times, the focus isn't solely on stimulating more hair growth, it's equally about preserving the health and integrity of the hair you already have. However, it is crucial to understand something vital. While these 4 nuts can beautifully support hair health, there are other nuts that may actually be detrimental to your hair's well-being, and most women are completely unaware they are causing a problem. The risky nuts I'm about to reveal are likely already present in pantries across America, and one in particular raises significant concerns for reasons that will likely surprise you. Let's start with the first risky nut on our caution list. Number 4, peanuts. These often catch women off guard because they are widely perceived as a healthy food. Technically, classified as legumes rather than true nuts, peanuts can pose challenges for hair health in ways that are rarely discussed. Before you assume I'm suggesting you eliminate peanuts entirely, allow me to explain the specific issue. Peanuts are highly susceptible to contamination by a substance called aflatoxin, a type of mold that thrives on crops, especially when stored in warm, humid environments. Aflatoxin contamination can lead to hormone imbalances, and maintaining hormonal equilibrium is absolutely critical for hair health, particularly for women over 50. US doctors frequently encounter women experiencing unexplained hair loss who have underlying liver stress from various causes. While peanuts are not the sole contributor, they can be a contributing factor if consumed regularly. The concern isn't with occasional peanut consumption. It's the consistent, high intake that many women don't hesitate to adopt. Think about it. Peanut butter on toast every morning, peanuts as a daily snack, or peanut-based sauces incorporated into dinner multiple times a week. This issue is well documented in medical research conducted in American universities and monitored by the FDA. Aflatoxin is a serious concern because it can negatively impact liver function. Here's how this connects directly to your hair. Your liver is responsible for processing nutrients, regulating hormones, and detoxifying your body. When your liver is stressed or overburdened, a situation often observed in women who regularly consume foods contaminated with aflatoxin, it cannot perform its essential functions effectively. This can have cascading effects. Another significant concern with peanuts is their status as one of the most common allergens. Even mild sensitivities, which may not manifest as overt allergic reactions, can trigger inflammation throughout your body. We've already discussed how inflammation negatively impacts your scalp and hair growth. If your body is constantly fighting low-grade inflammation stemming from a food sensitivity, that's valuable energy and resources being diverted away from healthy hair production. I'm not suggesting you must forgo peanuts forever, but many US doctors advise limiting their consumption and opting for alternative nut choices more frequently. If you do choose to eat peanuts, look for brands that specifically test for aflatoxin and, whenever possible, opt for organic varieties. It's also important to pay attention to how your body responds. Do you notice more hair in your brush on weeks when you consume more peanuts? This could be a telling sign. However, as potentially problematic as peanuts can be, the next risky nut presents an entirely different issue that directly interferes with a nutrient essential for hair growth. Moving to risky nut number 3, this one surprises nearly everyone I speak with: pecans. Specifically, the candied or sweetened varieties, which are ubiquitous during holiday seasons, can actively work against your hair health objectives. While pecans in their natural state may not be inherently harmful, the reality of how they are consumed in America presents a significant problem. The vast majority of pecans Americans eat are either coated in sugar, baked into pies, or incorporated into various desserts. This added sugar is the true culprit. Medical research conducted in universities across the US has established a clear connection between high sugar intake and hair loss, particularly among women over 50. The mechanism is as follows. When you consume sugar, your blood sugar levels spike dramatically, prompting your body to release insulin to regulate it. Over time, if you consistently consume sugary foods, your cells can become less responsive to insulin. This condition, often referred to as insulin resistance, is remarkably common in American women after menopause. How does this relate to your hair? Insulin resistance influences how your body manages hormones, including androgens. Despite being women, we possess small amounts of male hormones. When insulin resistance is present, these androgens can become more active, leading to the shrinkage of hair follicles, especially around the crown and hairline. This results in the characteristic thinning pattern that US doctors frequently observe in their female patients. While pecans themselves contain some beneficial nutrients, when they are prepared in the manner most common in American diets, loaded with sugar and often combined with unhealthy fats, they transform into a problematic food. The holiday periods are particularly challenging because pecan pie is omnipresent, and women often fail to connect increased hair shedding in January and February to their festive indulgences in November and December. Beyond the sugar content, pecans are also exceptionally high in calories and omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 fatty acids are not inherently bad in small quantities, an excess relative to omega-3s promotes inflammation within the body. Remember, inflammation on your scalp creates an unfavorable environment for hair growth. The standard American diet already tends to be heavily skewed towards omega-6s due to the prevalence of vegetable oils and processed foods. Adding a large quantity of pecans can further disrupt this delicate balance. If you enjoy pecans, the key is to consume them in their plain, unsweetened form, and in very limited quantities. Consider them a rare treat rather than a regular snack. Opt for raw or dry roasted pecans that have no added sugars or syrups, and be brutally honest with yourself about portion sizes. It's astonishingly easy to mindlessly devour a large handful while watching television, inadvertently consuming several hundred calories and a substantial amount of omega-6 without even realizing it. However, the next risky nut I must caution you about presents an entirely different concern, one that directly impacts your body's ability to absorb vital nutrients essential for hair health. We are now at risky nut number 2, and this is where things can get a bit technical, but I'll break it down simply: cashews. Yes, the very same cashews I praised earlier can become problematic if consumed in excessive amounts. The issue that rarely gets enough attention is that cashews contain phytic acid, a compound found in many nuts and seeds. Phytic acid is sometimes referred to as an anti-nutrient because it binds to minerals within your digestive system, thereby hindering your body's absorption of them. The minerals most affected are zinc, iron, and calcium, all of which are crucial for healthy hair. You might be thinking, but you just stated that cashews are beneficial because they contain zinc. And you would be correct. In moderate amounts, the zinc present in cashews is indeed advantageous. However, this is where many women make a mistake. They hear that cashews are healthy and subsequently begin consuming large quantities daily, assuming that more is always better. When you regularly eat too many cashews, the phytic acid begins to counteract the benefits. Your body becomes flooded with this compound that inhibits mineral absorption. Ironically, you can end up deficient in the very nutrients your hair needs for growth, even though you are actively consuming foods that contain them. If your diet already includes many other foods high in phytic acid, such as whole grains and legumes, which are generally healthy, you may need to be even more judicious with your cashew intake. But as careful as you need to be with cashews, there is one final risky nut that I've reserved for last. This one is likely already in your kitchen, perhaps something you consume regularly without realizing its potential impact on your hair. The number one risky nut that can sabotage your hair health is, admittedly, a bit controversial to discuss, but it is imperative that you hear this: macadamia nuts. Often perceived as a luxurious nut and marketed as healthy, macadamia nuts can actually be detrimental to hair health if you are not mindful of their consumption. And the reasons for this may surprise you. Firstly, let's address their fat content. Macadamia nuts are exceptionally high in fat, surpassing nearly all other nuts in this regard. While a portion of this fat is the beneficial monounsaturated type, the sheer volume can pose a problem. This is something US doctors frequently observe in women who are making efforts to eat healthily but haven't grasped the concept of nutritional balance. Research from American medical institutions has indicated that excessive consumption of foods with high fat content can contribute to nutritional deficiencies over time, particularly in women whose digestive systems are already less efficient due to age. There's another important consideration regarding macadamia nuts specifically. They are almost never sold in a truly raw state because raw macadamia nuts contain a toxic substance that must be neutralized through heating. The cashews you purchase labeled as raw have actually undergone a steaming or roasting process. While this processing is necessary and safe, it also means that cashews can sometimes be higher in sodium and other additives, depending on the brand. Elevated sodium intake can lead to water retention and can affect blood pressure. Good blood circulation is absolutely essential for delivering nutrients effectively to your scalp and hair follicles. Many processed or flavored cashew varieties contain added salt, oils, and occasionally sugar. Women purchase these, believing they are making a healthy choice, unaware that they are inadvertently consuming a significant amount of extras that do not support their health goals. If you do consume cashews, and again in moderation, they can be beneficial. Choose unsalted, minimally processed versions. Limit yourself to a small handful, perhaps a quarter cup, a few times a week, rather than consuming them daily in large quantities. Pay attention to the overall balance of your diet. A single ounce of macadamia nuts contains over 20 grams of fat and more than 200 calories. For women over 50 who are mindful of their weight, and weight management is intrinsically linked to hormonal balance, which in turn affects hair, it's remarkably easy to overindulge in macadamia nuts without recognizing their caloric density. However, the more significant concern is this: macadamia nuts possess an exceptionally high omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio, one of the least favorable among commonly consumed nuts. We've already discussed how an excess of omega-6 fatty acids promotes inflammation within the body, and inflammation on the scalp creates an inhospitable environment for hair growth. US doctors frequently advise women on the critical importance of balancing these fatty acids, particularly for conditions involving inflammation, which includes certain types of hair loss. When you consume macadamia nuts regularly, you are effectively tipping your body's inflammatory balance in the wrong direction. There is another, less commonly known issue. Macadamia nuts can be challenging to digest for some women, especially as our digestive systems naturally become less efficient with age. Poor digestion means that you are not effectively absorbing the nutrients from any of your food, including those vital nutrients that support hair health. Some women may experience bloating, gas, or discomfort after eating macadamia nuts without making the connection. Your gut health is directly and intricately linked to nutrient absorption, and if your gut is struggling, your hair will eventually reflect that distress. The FDA and nutrition experts consistently highlight that portion control is absolutely paramount with high-fat foods, and macadamia nuts fall squarely into this category. The problem is their delicious taste and addictive nature. It's incredibly easy to sit down with a bag of macadamia nuts and consume far more than a standard serving size before you even register it. You then find yourself having ingested potentially 500 or more calories, a massive quantity of omega-6 fatty acids, and placed considerable stress on your digestive system. All of these factors work directly against your hair health aspirations. Medical research conducted in American universities, which has examined inflammatory markers in women, has conclusively demonstrated that diet plays a profound role in overall chronic inflammation levels, and the specific types of fats you consume are enormously significant. Macadamia nuts, while possessing some benefits when consumed in very small quantities, can easily become a problematic food when eaten in the typical way, meaning in portions that are too large and with excessive frequency. If you are fond of macadamia nuts and are hesitant to give them up entirely, here is what many US nutritionists recommend. Limit yourself to just a few nuts at a time, perhaps 5 or 6, and treat them as an occasional indulgence rather than a regular dietary staple. Never eat them directly from the container, as this makes it impossible to track your intake. Instead, portion them out in advance and be acutely aware of the other sources of omega-6 fatty acids in your diet. If you are already consuming a significant amount of vegetable oils, processed foods, or other nuts that are high in omega-6, you might consider skipping macadamia nuts altogether and focusing on alternatives that offer a more balanced nutritional profile to support your hair health. Now that you are equipped with the knowledge of which nuts can be your allies in hair health and which ones warrant caution, I want to leave you with a crucial understanding. Achieving optimal hair health after the age of 50 is not about discovering a single magical food or a singular item to avoid. Instead, it's about the consistent pattern of what you consume day after day, week after week. The nuts I've recommended, almonds, walnuts, Brazil nuts, and moderate amounts of cashews, can form a supportive foundation for your hair health journey when you incorporate them consistently and in reasonable portions. These foods perform best when they are part of a holistic approach that also includes adequate water intake, sufficient protein consumption, effective stress management, and overall diligent self-care.